The Ranveer Show Clips, India's smartest podcast highlights channel. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. I want to ask you, dude, like most media entrepreneurs also who we meet are pretty into like pot. They're pretty
Yeah,
into like alcohol. Uh, Honestly, I was as well before you came into my life. And then I think you coming into my life kind of cleaned that up for me as well.
right.
So, how have you been able to stay away from partying? I know you partied in college. I know
Yeah.
you've consumed substances in college, but now in your life, dude, you literally don't have a nasha in your life. And I can vouch for you. You're a straight edge guy like CM Punk.
Yeah.
I've also kind of reached that stage in my own life because of your influence rubbing off on me. So, what is going on in your head? How are you enjoying your life?
Man, honestly, yes. One of the things, again, like I said, is I've made that part of my identity, right? So every time someone offers me alcohol, and you know how it works in all parties, right? We either have friends who are into it or who are, just into drinks and things like that. And at media parties, you just cannot miss it. Like, that's part of the tradition, right? No matter what, the biggest platforms hosted and there's some sort of like alcohol involved. Just as a mixer, that's how things work in the adult life. And I've realized that I've made that part of my identity. I don't need alcohol or weed or any of these intoxicants in my life because I don't necessarily enjoy them. I mean, sure, you do it in your college life to experiment, and I honestly feel that in life you should always experiment things once so that you know what is exactly that you want to do and what is exactly what you don't want to do. So I knew that that was not my calling at all. And honestly, I come from a very traditional Gujarati family as well, and this has never been passed down into our family. So I'm glad that I'm following that path, and I've come to realize a lot of things. Some through my own experiences, some through the teachings that have been passed on through my family. And I'm glad that I don't need any of these intoxicants in life. I don't judge or slander anyone who does experience it or who does go through it. I mean, if that works for them, that's all right. But personally, my kick is always when that one invoice hits in, or when that one sort of concept closes, or when that one source of business stream is opened, or when we hire like one more person and he or she gets to feed their family. And again, I don't mean to sound very holier than thou, but the kick that these things give you, right? And when we win a specific award, and I know that you shouldn't be looking for external validation and things like that, but things like these really validate your choices you made 2-3 years back. When I quit that job to join in on your ship, and you were like and you were also like taking a shot in the open, right? But I was like, cool, let's join hands and let's figure how this can work out. So those are what those are the memories that recollect in front of me, and I'm so glad we took those decisions, man. That we are able to enjoy at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. I'm not doing some job that I don't like. I'm instead recording some content with you, which is actually reaching out to millions of people, and I hope it does some good to the youth through that. So, and that's probably the life I wanted to live. So I'm glad those choices led me to a life that I have always wished for. So that is the high.
Yeah, that's the power of habits, man. And I've been on both sides of that battle. I've been from a family that enjoys its partying, so I've really partied hard in my life. Like I've thrown up in front of my parents multiple times because of drinking too much.
Man.
Things like that have happened, and I've switched over to this side of the game, which is a very monk kind of life. While it is slightly weird for them to accept, what I will tell young people watching this who are right now listening to this, watching this, and thinking that, should I be challenging myself? I feel you totally should be challenging yourself in terms of quitting certain habits that internally are bad. I'll tell you why. It makes your mental willpower like really high, but it also makes you extremely sharp and focused. If you're a meditator, it makes your meditations go like way deeper. And through those deep meditations, that's where you actually gain the benefits more easily. So, for example, if you meditate for 3 years with all these habits in your life, you will gain benefits of meditation. But when you actually start plucking out those bad habits from your life, you'll see that each of those meditations is deeper, And in deeper,
Amplify it a lot
yeah,
more.
exactly, in those deeper meditations is where you'll actually see the real benefits you read off, like a calmer state of mind, higher levels of mental focus, lesser sleep quotas. You'll have to you'll be able to, you know, get away with 5-6 hours of sleep. It takes some time to get there, but select a few small habits that you know are not adding up to your long term happiness and try cutting them off gradually.